Hey everyone, this is a LEGO Star Wars MOC. This is Sabine Wren's Mandalorian Starfighter. Sabine Wren, awesome character from Star Wars Rebels, deserves her own kind of custom looking Starfighter, and this is kind of what I came up with. So, kind of take a look around things. This is packed with features, which I will get into. I really wanted to kind of nail the color scheme, and you know, Sabine Wren is an artist in the Rebels TV show, and she's, you know, she graffitis a bunch of you know, Imperial ships, including a TIE fighter, and she gives a nice, a sweet paint job to the TIE fighter, a bunch of yellows and oranges with some checkered patterns. So that's kind of, you know, that was part of the inspiration. Her armor has some, you know, some purples in it, so I was trying to get kind of this right color balance. You know, a couple pieces from Anakin's pod racer looking like some graffiti type of lettering. Yeah, and I mentioned there's you know, on her armor and on the TIE fighter she graffitis, there's a lot of checkered patterns, so I was kind of going for this like ombre checker pattern here. On the cockpit, there's, you know, the little black and white, reminiscent of some pieces of her Mandalorian armor. She's not only an artist, she's also an explosives expert. So you can see some of the guns, but there are a few more hidden rockets, hidden missiles, and this thing is armed to the teeth. So needed to have enough weapons to make this, you know, worthy of Sabine Wren. So try to fit that in here and we'll take a look. I'm just trying to get a good view, or trying to get everyone a good view of this Mandalorian Starfighter. Put a lot of work into this. This is definitely more deluxe of a ship than what I've been building for the past month or so. So here's kind of another view. It's a pretty sweet angle with that checkered pattern looking up here. So yeah, we'll get into the features of this ship now. So first off, we have 4 medium blaster cannons here, 2 right here and another pair right there. Each wing has a pair of headlights as well. And that's kind of the main weaponry, the standard weaponry. In the back, she also has some anti-pursuit turrets, and they're actually kind of mirrored on either side. So underneath and above, simple little builds, and can, you know, they can move around on both sides. You know, they're not connected all the way through or anything, but you can move around on both sides and help deter enemy pursuers. 4 cannons in the front, 2 turrets in the back. She still needs some more firepower. To give her that extra firepower, each wing actually has a pod with 4 extra rockets in here. So this can drop down and you get 4 rockets right there. And it's just this section of the wing. You can kind of see through a little grid window there. Here's kind of the back of it. Whoops. As that pops down, you can see the back of the missiles. And each wing has one. They're kind of mirrored on either side. So yeah, this was fun to design. I love to design little, you know, hidden bonus pop out features, and this is it's a super smooth, super clean kind of you know, disguise, hidden away play feature. So yeah, and I can, you know, maybe get a better look of those later on. So, you know, she's flying around. She has these turrets in the back. Sorry about that bump. But also, you know, she needs some extra firepower also. So if you pop out this, and I'm actually gonna clip this off real quick. There are a pair of anti-pursuit rockets, and these were super fun little builds. They kind of, I clipped them onto clips and they have the appearance of rocket fins there. So yeah, there's a pair of these rockets that can pop out if, you know, these anti-pursuit turrets aren't doing their job, and these will fire off and destroy any enemy pursuer. And these just pop simply back in like that, and then this gate kind of closes out right there. That is the weaponry. She has 4 guns in front, a pair of turrets in the back. Each wing has a complement of 4 extra torpedo missiles, whatever you want to call them. Then there's 2 anti-pursuit torpedoes in the back as well. As you can see, these engines are not typical of a Mandalorian Starfighter. I just want to switch things up, you know. A lot of, you know, Sabine's a very kind of unique Mandalorian, and, you know, the engines right here, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. So I went with kind of an X-Wing design with these quad engines, 2 on either side, and I think they look pretty cool. They were fun to design. They worked better with the wings as well. So that's just kind of what I went with. Nothing, you know, no huge big reason why I did the X-Wing engines, other than I just wanted to kind of switch it up and have something unique. We will look at the cockpit now. I try to make this, you know, a little more deluxe than a standard cockpit. Minifigure fits in right here, and honestly, you actually have to move these guns. It doesn't quite fit all the way down. With the helmet, it's a little sleeker. Unfortunately, don't have the helmet. It's so expensive on Bricklink. It's not worth getting. But we have a pair of computer consoles right here, and then, you know, these windscreen pieces are awesome, but they always kind of leave a gap. So, you know, right here, I was able to fill in that, and also, you know, I added some kind of steering handles there. But yeah, I was very happy that this gap could be filled, and also I could have a little bit more than just a couple of computer panels. Kind of a comfy seat, a pair of Mandalorian pistols in the back there. It closes off nice and tight. So like any self-respecting Mandalorian Starfighter, this cockpit needs to be able to turn 360 degrees, and there's enough clearance on either side for it to do so. So you can get, you know, these awesome angles of you know, Sabine Wren, you know, kind of flying like that. Try to get a better view, kind of. This thing it's heavy, but it's swooshable enough. Here again, the angle can kind of look like that, or it can be kind of all the way over like that. That's a pretty sweet look. Okay, so let's turn the cockpit 180 degrees and see what the ship would look like this. So I actually designed the ship to still look completely normal, you know, like a normal Mandalorian Starfighter, even when the cockpit is, you know, quote unquote upside down. The wings are sagging a little bit here, but I wanted to kind of have a 2-in-1 Starfighter. So, you know, this side is a lot more boring compared to the other side color-wise. The colors, the kind of checkered colors, continue on. There's a little bit more blue and white here. There's still a turret that goes back. But I wanted to make the undersides of the wings still look good enough that, you know, the cockpit can turn 180 degrees and just, you know, fly like normal. And, you know, the weapons, these rocket launchers still launch out, and that kind of, I don't know, it kind of looks cool like that. Kind of you know, different from what it looks like 180 degrees around, but still a pretty sweet look. This center section is also kind of mirrored on either side. We already looked at the turret, but you know, this lends itself well to when these wings pop up. And let's take a look at that now. So I'm first going to spin the cockpit back to its normal rotation. I'm gonna flip this back over. So now we're on the cooler side, the cooler colored side. So normally I have like a ball and socket joint in each wing, and then I can just kind of rotate them freely. You know, these wings are, you know, heavier, a little beefier, so I actually have 2 joints in each wing. So I just pop them out, rotate, and then pop 1 joint back in. So I'm going to actually just pop both wings out right now, just for convenience's sake. Okay, with the wings popped out, this top ball goes in this top socket, and you know, I can picture it kind of coming out, rotating, and then just fitting in like so. And the wing is actually locked in position here, just the pieces. The piece locks in on this engine piece, so you don't have to worry about it falling over or anything. And then also we have our landing gear right here, which we will put down for right now. I believe that's the correct height. So we will pop this wing into place as well. And we're going to have our Starfighter standing now. All right, so now we have our Sabine Wren Starfighter in its landed mode with the wings popped up, and this is I don't know, I think this is a pretty sweet look just with all the colors showing. I think the engines look cooler like this too. They're still kind of in the normal orientation here. And we turn this around, and it is on its landing gear up front here, but this is where this design really shines, I believe. The official Star Wars Mandalorian Starfighter sets they're really awesome, but you know, whenever it's in its landed mode, all you see is the underside of plates, and it's, you know, it's not terrible. They try to do best with the colors that are shown, but this is just a much better look. And because this both wings can act as the top, or both sides of the ship can act as the top of the Starfighter, I will flip the wings around and flip the cockpit around to give you a look at what that version would look like. Okay, so if we, you know, from the original position of the cockpit, if we flipped it 180 degrees and then rotated the wings up, this is what we would get. And I think this is a pretty sweet look, just because it's showing off that main cool, unique color scheme of Sabine Wren's. And then, you know, if we turn this around a little bit, we'll see what it looks like from back here in that alternate mode. All right, everything's kind of set back where into its original place. Just talking about the design, this basically, you know, all the wings, this entire section, everywhere but this cockpit section has a layer of snot bricks with kind of plates on either side. That's how I was able to, you know, get it smooth, if you will, on both sides. I really wanted to fill in the gaps between the wings. You know, a couple little panels there. This was probably the worst part I could fill, or the worst gap here. I tried to fill in, you know, the rest of the wings with tiles and with some hinges there. And I like how the tip of the wings ended up with the lights and the guns. So yeah, this was a super fun. This is one of the most fun I've had building a Lego ship in a while, I think. I had fun building all the Boba Fett stuff, but this was different colors, different, kind of a beefier design than what I've been doing for the last month or so. So yeah, very happy with how the colors turned out. Very happy I was able to pack as much weaponry as I could. These little features were super fun to build. And yeah, I hope, well, we're getting the Ahsoka show soon, and I'm pretty positive Sabine's in that, so maybe we will end up getting a Sabine Wren Starfighter or something of the likes. But this is kind of what I came up with, and hope everyone enjoyed it.